Hey, Jimmy with Cuff and Stuff. Well, today we got an interesting one for you. We're gonna do, whether you call it White Castle, whether you call it a Krystal burger, whether you just call it a slider, but we're gonna show you how they do it. We're gonna do it on the Blackstone, and man, does it turn out delicious. So, hang tight. Okay, so what I've got is I've got a little over in fact, almost 2 1/4 pounds of ground chuck, okay? It's just what I prefer. You use 90-10 if you want. If you see, I've got it down on wax paper. I'm gonna double over it like this. I'm gonna take my rolling pin and I'm just very easily gonna start rolling it out. And what I want is I want it rolled out pretty thin. And I'm gonna keep going until I get it the thickness I want, which is gonna be pretty thin. You see, I'm gonna roll it out in both directions. And what I want is I want a nice, pretty rectangle out of this meat. Okay? All right. And looks like we're about to get it there. Okay, now, let's pull the wax paper back. All right, here's what I want. I want to start over here, and I'm gonna and I'm just gonna eyeball this. I'm not gonna get a tape measure out and get ridiculous with it. But I want about 2-inch squares. And my attempt out of this 2 pounds, if I'm anywhere close on my calculations here, I should get the number I want out of it. And I'm just gonna square this off on the end. And I've made 3 rows that way. And let's go back this way. And you see, I'm just taking and pushing down all the way through to the wax paper. All the way across. And if you notice, it's gonna work out just right. I'm gonna make 4 rows that way, which is gonna give me a dozen. Now, that is gonna work out pretty good because I'm gonna be able to take that one and square it up with the leftovers off the end right there and make that one nice and pretty while I'm at it. Okay, so I have washed off an ink pen, and I'm gonna take an ink pen and I'm gonna make 5 little holes on each one. They do it. And I'm going all the way through to the bottom, and let me draw 5 little holes, just like dominoes, and I'll bring you back. Okay, if you can see, I have 5 little holes, just like dominoes, and I've got 1 extra little burger. I'm gonna take and cover these back up. I'm gonna put them in the freezer. Now, after experimenting with this, I had found out over time that you need to put this, if you're not even partially frozen with this, it needs to take about an hour. So, put it in the freezer for an hour. we're gonna do that. When we do, we're gonna take you outside and we're gonna start cooking, okay? Okay, well, let's oil the old girl up good. This is olive oil. It really doesn't make any difference. It sure doesn't make any difference to the Blackstone what oil you use. But she's starting to warm up. Now, in this one, I've got, this is 4, let's call them medium onions, that we're just gonna dump in. And I wanna get them started. And I'm gonna soften them up just a little bit before we get started. So I want to spread them out good. Okay. Got these softened up a little bit. In fact, it's starting to brown just a little bit. That's okay. All right. Here's the trick. All right. Here's what we want to do. We want to make an onion bed. Okay? And I want to make this onion bed about the dimension of those burgers. So, let's stick 12 burgers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if we can do the same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take the buns. Now, I have split them. I'm putting the bottom down over the hamburger. And the top over it for this minute. And those holes are gonna let it steam through the buns, or through the patties, into the buns. And it's not gonna soggy up the buns too bad. Get back up there. All right. There we have 12 burgers. All right. Let's close them up. And we're going to let those burgers cook. And we'll bring you back just in a jiffy and we'll see how they're doing. Okay. Well, we're a couple of minutes in here. Tell you what, let's do. Let's check in on this and see what we got. Yeah. Looking good. You just keep on doing what you're doing. Okay. Well. Oh, yeah. I can smell them. All right, we're gonna take them up 2 at a time. I'm gonna take the tops off. Move you over here out of the way. And let's flip you over right there. All right, next 2. Tops off, flip you over. Oh my goodness. These are unreal. And we're just gonna keep going till we get them off here. Okay, well, you can call them sliders, you can call them castle burgers, you can call them whatever you want to call them. Let me see what I'm going to call them, because I'm going to try one. Oh, let's go in on this one. Just right. Those onions cooked through this burger. That's how they do it. Well, thanks for sticking around. As always, if you haven't, hit the circle and subscribe. We appreciate it. We'll have another one for you on this side. Until next time, hang tight.